Driving down the back roads of Louisiana today. Whoa. Where are we at today? Welcome back to Dash for Adventure. Today we're going to the Bonnie and Clyde Ambush Museum. Woohoo! Here we go.
Hi. How are you? Good. How are you? Yeah.
This is where Bonnie and Clyde talked their last meet.
Their last ride.
Yep.
What are you watching?
Bonnie and Clyde, the 1967 movie.
That is cool.
She probably has it on over there too. She's usually got the highway being on her.
All right, we got our tickets. We're going to the museum. All right, here we go. Welcome to the Bonnie and Clyde Ambush Museum. There is no single location on Earth that has more actual memorabilia than this museum. Look at that actual footage of their car.
That was Bonnie.
Yeah.
Clyde Barrow's name is gun. Fight is lashed by the law. 2 sawed-off shotguns, 2 machine rifles, 10 automatic pistols, and 1,500 rounds of Ellen Parker death car.
Check this out. This has a certificate of authenticity of this actual photograph of Bonnie. And now, story has it that she didn't really like that photo because she was just posing as an outlaw with a gun and with a cigar. And story has it that wasn't really her personality. But there are different stories that tell different tales. All right, we start the tour right here. Now, you'll have to come to this museum in Gibsland, Louisiana yourself to see all the details, but we'll show you some of it. Here's some early photos of the Barrow family. And Clyde is far left wearing a straw hat, right here. And then here's an actual photo of Clyde with his brother, L.C. Barrow. And look how amazing this is. Here's a letter from Clyde Barrow to Henry Ford, Detroit, Michigan. Dear sir, while I still have got breath in my lungs, I will tell you what a dandy car you make. And it goes on. What an amazing letter. And then here's actual photos of Bonnie and Clyde. And Clyde spent time at the Eastham Prison Farm. And Bonnie would write him letters. And when he escaped, they joined together and started a life of crime. Not sure they intended to, but they definitely knew he wasn't going back to prison, and she wasn't going to leave his side. It was May 23rd of 1934 when Bonnie and Clyde entered this location right here. And this building used to be a cafe. In this location, not where the cafe is now, next door. It was actually right inside here. Wow. An actual fur coat that was Bonnie's.
Really?
Yeah. here's actual pieces from a gas station, Mount Lebanon. And then there's from the National Guard Armory, Ranger, Texas. Different places that they visited and robbed. There's pieces of the buildings. And this is the movie car. Of course, it's fake. It's not the real car by no means. That is in a private collection. It was on showcase in a casino, but that casino has closed, and last we heard, the actual final car is in a private collection. They have a Bonnie and Clyde festival here every year, of course, on May 23rd and 24th, which is the same day every year from when they took their final fateful drive here. And there's some photographs of all the weapons that they were caught with. And here are the actual death certificates. And here's some replicas of the weapons, just some of the weapons they were caught with. And there's a mold of Clyde's hand. I don't even think I want to know how they obtained that. I mean, think about it. In the 1930s, we were in the midst of the Great Depression, and man, there was not a dollar to be had, a loaf of bread to be consumed. And these two young lovers just wanted a better life, and they were going to get it however it took. And boy, did they. The Bonnie and Clyde movie car is a 1934 Ford. It's been featured in the 1967 Warner Brothers movie Bonnie and Clyde, starring Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway. And there was a moment when Clyde's brother was shot, and they had to go to a farmhouse. This farmhouse, in fact, to try to render aid to him. And this is the door from that place, the Wellington House. In Texas, at the Red River, there's a marker for where Bonnie and Clyde took a plunge off of the bridge. And there's the actual bridge now. It was actually that wreck off of that bridge that damaged Bonnie. And from that moment on, she had a limp and scars until her final moments. They became a worldwide sensation. They were in every magazine, newsreel, every movie theater, as it would show news before movies would start. They were the most famous couple in the world. For a moment, they had their 15 minutes of fame. Magazines, The Master Detective, The Startling Detective, other adventure magazines, in a world where print, television, and movies were taking over the world. And vivid imagery was changing how we consume news. Look at these photos. Wow. And there's written testimony from Otis Monroe, who was present on May 23, 1934, while employed with the Claiborne Parish Sheriff's Department as a supervisor. And that was his written testimony of his experience there. And then here's a newspaper. More newspapers. Weapons, actual bullets. Bonnie's 38. That's funny. I own a 38 and prefer that myself. Well, look at this. Here's another famous outlaw. We've done a video or two on him. There's Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty in Bonnie and Clyde. You need to do yourself a favor. If you're interested in Bonnie and Clyde at all, get out to Gibsland, Louisiana, and come check out the museum yourself. There's so much more than I could ever tell in a video. But if you come here, you'll see it yourself. It is one of our favorite places to stop when we're traveling cross country. And this video right here tells the entire story. And you get to meet the tour guide. What's the tour guide's name?
Mr. Kitty.
Mr. Kitty. Not to be confused with any of the lesser kitties. This one's Mr. Kitty.
Those are about $60.
Look at there.
Wow.
If nothing else, come to the Bonnie and Clyde Museum in Gibsland, Louisiana, and get you $1 million. That's pretty cool right there. $1 million.
Look, there's a puzzle.
Did you know I'm actually working on my second million?
Really?
I gave up on the first one. It was too difficult. And still buy candy cigarettes here. Yep, I had those when I was a kid. Wow, wow, wow. Bonnie and Clyde Ambush Museum here in Gibsland, Louisiana. Make sure you get down here and check it out. Guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. We'll see you in the comments.
Have a great evening, everyone.
Bye.